Yeah, as I was driving home from work yesterday, I will let you see what happened. So there is the belt that is right there, and as you can see, the belt is not on the pulley, which is there. So that belt is connecting power steering, air conditioning, but the most important thing, the power generator. The battery was draining slowly as I was driving, so I was just barely able to get home. So what I'm trying to do now is take off the air filter, loosen the bolt there, and just take out the battery, charge it, and getting the car to a garage. So the battery's on the charger right now, and I'm hoping that when I put it back, the car works and that I can at least get it over to the dealer. Awesome. Good morning. Luke has returned from the garage. The caddy is back. Finally. Let's go. Alright, I've just arrived in Sundern in Germany, and I'm just preparing my bike for the 100 kilometers mountain bike marathon race through the Sauerland here. The climbs are usually not very steep here. It's mostly just rolling climbs. I'm just going to get dressed and I will see you guys at the start line. Just came back from a quick warm-up spin. I'm almost ready for the start. We're around 45 minutes out. Just picked up my start number. 200 people on the start line today. Not that many, but also like a nice group. And we'll see what today will bring.
Hey, ride on wheels!
You're right. You made it to the vlog.
Yeah.
These guys will have a challenge who will become first. You can gamble in the comments down below.
Yeah.
And with that, we're off for a 100 kilometer long mountain bike marathon through the Sauerland region. A mountain bike marathon is usually a longer format mountain bike race, which is done on a cross-country mountain bike. And as you can see here, most people are actually riding full suspension bikes nowadays. And you will see a lot of dropper posts on these bikes nowadays. I've not done a lot of these events in the last years, so for me it's a little bit new seeing all these dropper posts, which wasn't the case like 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. So here we are fighting for our position in the front group. The start climb is pretty long, as you can see on the profile down under in your screen. And the pace directly is pretty high here. You can see I'm riding like 400 watts here just to stay in the wheel. I'm of course a little bit of a bigger guy, so for me I need to push a little bit more watts here on the climbs. It's not long before we will dive into the field on the left-hand turn, but here like the pace is just super high. We're going like 48 kilometers an hour, and you already start seeing people are struggling to hold on with this pace up front. Which you will see here. The gaps are opening up, people are struggling. So it's just a matter of trying to hold on to the wheel here just before we dive into the field and really start on this long start climb. So I actually managed to stay with the front group, but as you can see, I'm all the way in the back. The pace was just a little bit too high for me in the beginning. So I'm just trying to find my breath here and just ride at my own pace without like blowing up my engine directly in the first 10 kilometers. This region is not only known by its wide open gravel roads, but also by its stunning views. It was just like this the whole day, so next to like some suffering, it was also really enjoyable to do because there were so many views and a lot of good spectators along the route. Here I'm just closing the gap to a small group that I joined here. I was able to join, or I was able to ride with this group for quite some time, so that was really nice. At least I didn't have to do the whole race on my own pace. You see the guy with the yellow blue here. I could follow his wheel for a couple of kilometers at least, so it was nice, like just trying to follow their pace and just enjoy the downhills as well. Not all downhills were enjoyable though. You can see that I'm pushing big watts here just to maintain a pace of 12 kilometers an hour. I don't know why they put this in, but this was absolute suffering here. And then this steep climb just turned up in front of us. I'm not really a guy who likes the steep climbing. I'm just a little bit too big for that. So I needed to let these two guys go and just find my own rhythm here, and again, making sure that I'm not like totally blowing up my engine here. This route consists of 2 laps. So we will need to do this climb 2 times. And yeah, we're just rounding up the first lap of 55 kilometers. Make sure you keep the ride here. So we're entering the second lap to complete the 100 kilometers here. And we take a right turn on the bottom of this descent and we just start doing the second lap. You can see that I'm no longer with the 2 guys in front of me. So it's just basically me, myself and I from this point on. Finding my own pace on the climbs here, and there's not really anybody in front of me anymore, but also not really anybody behind me anymore. So from this point on, it's basically a solo race and a solo effort towards the finish line. But at least, like, yeah, as you can see, the views are really stunning, and the weather was okay. It was really nice. Wasn't too warm. Wasn't too cold actually. This was like perfect weather, and man, it's just, yeah, stunning views after stunning views. One good thing that organization provided was volunteers on the feed station that handed you ISO or water, so you could just continue your ride and enjoying all these nice downhills and views. So we're now nearing the last 10 kilometers of the race. Still doing a solo effort here. And yeah, this is the final time on that steep climb. You can see the percentages going up from like 13, 14 to like 20%, I think even, that I saw on my hammerhead here. Yeah, and I'm pushing like 340, 350 watts in the end of the race, which is typically pretty good for me. So I was pleased seeing that at least. And when we round up this descent, it's just a right-hand turn, and then it's up to the last climb of the day, which is a really long tarmac climb. And as you can see, some people were struggling with this climb. And at least there was some nice support on top of the climb. So here we are on top, and as the guy said in German, it's only downhill from here towards the finish line. It is too bad that my GoPro died just before the finish line, so yeah, we'll have to end the race footage here as I'm almost crossing the finish line, but not entirely. Quick recap with the dust still on my face. I'm not very happy with today's race. Sometimes you just have those days that the legs don't really do what you want them to do, and today was such a day that I was pushing, but there was not really any power. I also must say that the route here was a lot of climbing. There were some occasional steep sections where I really had a hard time to recover from, and just I needed to find the legs afterwards and find the rhythm after those steeper sections. So all with all, not a really good feeling after the race. But at least I was able to complete 100 kilometers, another 4.5 hours in the legs. So that's a good thing, and I think just always keep a positive mind, even when a race isn't going as well as you'd hoped. So I'm just going to get cleaned up, pack the bike in the car, or actually I already have the bike in the car. I'm a little bit fucked up. And then it's going home, driving home. Hey Tom,
ja.
Wie heeft er nou gewonnen?
Nou ja, van ons drie was jij de enigste eigenlijk die de 100 kilometer hebt volbracht, hè?
Maar van jou en Sjoerd?
Ja, weet je wat het is? Sjoerd heeft de 55 kilometer gehaald. Ik heb de 55 kilometer gehaald. En ik heb de 55 kilometer eerder gehaald dan Sjoerd.
Dus wie is er nou gewonnen?
Ja, niemand, want we gingen allebei voor de 100.
Ja, ik vind dat jij wel gewonnen.
Ja, ik dacht eerst, die Sjoerd zie ik niet meer terug. Die is al met die kopgroep weggevlogen bij het steile stukje op het asfalt. Ik dacht, ik ga niet zo hard starten als die gasten. Maar bij 17 kilometer had ik hem alweer te pakken. Dat vond ik wel leuk. Bij 20 kilometer kan hij nog een keer als een kanonskogel voorbij. En daarna heb ik hem weer ingehaald. Ik zeg, wel lekker of niet? Dan heb ik hem pas weer bij de finish weer gezien.
Boah, lekker.